morning students, welcome to your first class of biology. So before the summer vacation we have completed till chapter 4. So from today we will be starting the chapter 5, that is principles of inheritance and variation. So before going into detail of the chapter, we have to recapitulate some terms that you have already learned in your 10th class. So there are some important terms. First of all is the inheritance. So we have to know what inheritance is. So inheritance means basically to inherit something. Okay, so to inherit something from the parental progeny, you can say that. Now the process by which you can inherit something from your parents, that term is known as heredity. So inheritance you can say a property, and heredity you can say the process by through which you can get that. Now what you are getting? You are getting your characteristics from your parents. By which means? Now through the means of genetic material. Because when an individual is getting produced, then how does it getting produced? Now with the help of the mating of two different gametes, and these two different gametes are coming from the two different parents of opposite sexes. Now what is these gametes carrying? These gametes are carrying nothing but the genetic material, and in the genetic material, that means in most of the cases the DNA contains genes. So we have to know what the genes are. Now the genes are the region of DNA that can express a functional product. So what is the functional product? The functional product is actually the protein, or you can say the characters. So by the means of the genes we are having our characters, our functional products. Okay. Now allele, another term. What are alleles? As we are diploid organism, that means we are having each and every chromosome in two sets. That means a pair of chromosome we are having. So as we are human individual, we are having 23 different pairs of chromosomes. Now in each pair we are having the same thing. From the pair, one chromosome is coming from your mother, another is coming from your father. So if for a certain character or for a specific character the genes you are carrying are different or contrasting, then you can say that these genes are allele. That means when two genes for a same character are contrasting or different, then we can call both the genes as alleles. Okay. The fifth term is the genetics. Now we have to know what genetics is. Genetics is nothing but the study of genes. So in this branch of science we study or we deal with the characteristics type of genes. So we have to remember all the 5 terms when we will be reading the chapter. Now here I have written a name. Johannes Gregor Mendel. Who is he? He is the one who introduced the term inheritance or genetics to us, because he is the first individual who had got that idea or who had the confusion or question in mind first, that how this process of inheritance is taking place. So that is why to answer that question he had done a series of experiments, and that experiment actually give that idea to us what genetics or inheritance is. So we have to know about him as well as about his experiment. So Mendel was not any scientist. He was rather a monk, but he had got interest in plant. So that is why the pattern of inheritance or the process of inheritance came into his mind as a question. answer that question, he had done several experiments. So now we will be studying about all those experiments and why had he done this. We will be knowing the fact. Now, he had chosen as experimental model the garden pea plant. So, what is? I think all of you are very familiar with this thing, the pea plant, and we know the scientific name of that. The scientific name of the garden pea plant is Pisum sativum. Okay, so he had used Pisum sativum for his experiment. Now, a very common question can come into your mind, that is, why had he chosen this specific plant, and why didn't he choose the any animal or any other organism? He had chosen plant because plants are simpler than the animals. So that is why plants. And why pea plant? Because pea plant has got some special feature that other plants do not have. So now we will be discussing about that. What are the special features that led Mendel to choose the particular plant? Now there are 5 different criteria that led him to choose the plant. The first one is the variation among the species. Variation among the species means this species has got several kinds of plant in different property. Like if we talk about height, there can be 2 types of Pisum sativum. One is taller, another one is dwarf or short, you can say. In case of flower color, again another 2 different strains are there. One strain produce the purple color flower, another strain produce the white color flower. Then we can have the variation in seeds, in the seed shape as well as in its color. Okay, so these are the variation that he was getting in the pea plant only, not in the other plants. So that is why this thing came as positive. Okay, then another important criteria that the Pisum sativum was having is bisexual flower. The plant that the flower is producing is basically bisexual. That means the flower is having both the reproductive organ cooperatively. Okay, so you can say the androecium as well as the gynoecium. Androecium, that means the male part, and gynoecium means the female part. So the flower is basically having both these 2 organs. Now, as it is having the 2 reproductive organs, that is why the process of cell pollination is very much easier for them, and cell pollination led to produce pure variety. So that is why this criteria also helped him to choose the pea plant. Now, the 4th criteria was the annual plant. The pea plant was annual. That means in a year it will produce the flower 1 time. So for that, this time span of his pea plant's life is very small. So several generations you can observe in a very small time scale. So that is why you can. That is why he had chosen the pea plant. Another advantage was that with the pea plant is, pea plant can generate a huge or a large number of seeds at a time. So you can have more progeny, or you can have more individual from one progeny. So these are the 5 criteria for which Mendel had chosen the pea plant. Now you have to remember all the 5 because it is very important for your exams. Now, the first point I have told that this one the most important. Now we will be focusing on this point. That means the variation among the species. What kind of variations were there, and what kind of characters he had chosen for his experiment. So I have already told about the height. The height of the plant was important. So he had taken the 2 varieties. One was tall, another was dwarf. So he actually, in all the cases, he maintained the pure breed. That means when I was talking about the alleles, I told that for each of the character we are having 2 genes in 2 chromosomes. One chromosome is coming from the father, another chromosome is coming from the mother. Now, if any individual is having the genes for a character which is same, then you can say that the plant is purebred. Okay, so Mendel had chosen all the character as purebred, and then he hybridized the seeds. Okay, so in case of height, two variety can be there. One was capital T, another was small t. Now what does capital T mean? Capital T means the taller variety. So why it is pure? Because in the both chromosome it is having the same allele, that is capital T. Okay, so it is a pure variety which is tall in nature, and this is also a pure variety. As we have seen, two small t's are there. That means in this variety, in this individual, the gene for height that it is having, both are for dwarf. So it is also another pure variety. Okay, so he had chosen these two variety for his cross. Similarly, in case of seed color, he had chosen the yellow colored seed and the green colored seed. So yellow was the designated as capital Y, and the small y is for the green variety. Then for seed shape, round and wrinkled. Okay, so he had chosen this kind of pure varieties for his cross. Now the next one is the flower color. Flower color is of there were two types of flower color. One was purple, another was white. Okay, so purple was dominant over white. Then flower position. Flower position means two kinds of position can happen. One is terminal. That means if it is a plant, the terminal flower will be produced at the termini here. And if it is axial, then the flowers will be produced from lateral side. Okay, so he had chosen these two variety, but both in pure form. Now, pod shape. Now, what does pod mean? I think you know. Pod means the structure in which the seeds are produced. Okay, so this is the pod. So pod shape can be of two types. One was regular, just like this. Another was irregular. So he had chosen these two varieties and the pure one. Then pod color. That means the color of this portion. So the color of this portion is green and yellow. Okay, so for that, again, two pure varieties. So these are the 7 contrasting characters that he had chosen for his experiment. Now, in the next step we will be learning about those experiments. And remember, for each of the experiment, he had repeated for all the 7 varieties. For height he had done, then he had repeated that experiment for seed color, seed shape, flower color, flower position, pod shape and pod color. Okay.